Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. This video is going to be how I studied abroad at Cambridge University. I go to Barnard College, if you could not tell from any of the 17 other videos on this channel. I knew I wanted to study abroad in England because I don't speak any languages except French. I took French, but I didn't know French well enough, and my parents said they wouldn't allow me to go to Australia, so my options were really England, and from there I was like, what type of study abroad program do I want? Do I want a fun one? Do I want to be in the city? And ultimately I was like, I really want an academic study abroad because I'm a loser. Okay, so at this point I'm like, I have three options basically. I can go to the London School of Economics, Oxford, or Cambridge, and I knew they were going to be really competitive. I knew they were going to be hard to get into, but I was like, okay, if I don't get in, I won't study abroad, but I want to get in. Okay, so at Barnard, both Cambridge and Oxford are super competitive. Oxford is a year-long program. You have to apply a lot earlier. Margaret's going to talk about this because she studied abroad at Oxford, and you basically need to submit an essay to get it reviewed by like a Barnard board. Cambridge is a little different. I think I had to tell someone I was applying, but I didn't have to get anything reviewed. I did have to apply over a year and a half in advance. So I applied my sophomore fall and I studied abroad my junior spring. So if you know you want to study abroad at Cambridge or Oxford, and I think Oxford is actually earlier than that, then you have to like really know earlier. So I was deciding between Oxford and Cambridge. I decided I didn't want to study abroad for a year, and so that's how I decided to apply to Cambridge. The Cambridge schooling system has 3 terms. It's a trimester system. So if you study abroad at Cambridge, you're studying abroad for 2 trimesters. So it's longer than a normal semester at Barnard or at your home institution, but it's shorter than a full long year that you would if you studied at Oxford. Okay, so who can apply? Basically on the website, actually this is so cute guys, I'm on the semester experience website. That was my class. That's me. Isn't that adorable? I think that's so cute. Okay, I'm sitting down. So I'm on how to apply. Who can apply? It says you have to complete it at least 2 years of study at your home university. That's like your freshman and sophomore year. You still have to apply in your sophomore year. And it says the next part, you have to have a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.75. If yours is lower due to special circumstances, we may still be able to consider your application. Please include a supporting statement to explain your situation when you apply. I don't remember what my GPA was at the time. I was on the Dean's list, so my GPA had to be higher than a 3.6. I definitely remember it being lower than a 3.75. I can't remember if it was around a 3.7 or 3.69. It was like somewhere, it was close, but it wasn't a 3.75. And I told them it was because, and this is true, I got a C plus in one of my classes, advanced programming. I'm gonna make a video about the worst classes I've taken, but that was the worst class. It's the only C plus I've gotten. Not that I'm trying to make this less embarrassing, but just if you're wondering. And I basically was like, this is a really hard class. I took it earlier than I could have, and it's like notoriously hard, and I got a C plus. That's why my GPA is lower, and I still got in. So your GPA is lower, you still want to apply, you can do what I did. You can be like, this one class really brought down my GPA, or you can like, I don't like, if you have a special circumstance, an illness or family issues, you can say that, and I think they're really understanding. I don't know how the application process works. I will say you probably can't do it if you have like a 3.2 or like even a 3.5, just because that's so much lower than 3.75, but I have no idea. And it is because Cambridge is a super hard university. Obviously, they're just trying to help you because you will get there, and it is a lot of work. Actually, I'll get back to that point. Blah, blah, blah. So you need an academic transcript and 2 academic references. I loved my first year seminar at Barnard. That professor wrote me one, and my economic political philosophy class, my professor for that wrote me one. The seminar class was really small, so she knew me, and my econ class I really, really loved, so I always raised my hand. I was always prepared, and I did well in the course. So when you're thinking about academic references, it's really stressful because it's so, or I feel like it's really awkward asking someone for a reference, but even if you don't know them super well, if you're doing well in the class, I think it's okay. And if you do know them and they can like give you a character reference, that's also like really great. Then here's a difficult one. 2 essays written during your course of study and graded by your instructors. That was so hard because as an economics and computer science major, I didn't have that many essays. I used one from my writing class that I got an A+ on. And it was a personal essay. I don't remember what it was about. I think it was like, oh, it was a love letter. Oh, cute. But it was basically about society's unrealistic expectations of beauty, but it was a love letter to someone I really liked or loved. And my second one was from my political economic class, political philosophy, that class, and I didn't do as well in that. I think pretty sure I got a B+, but it was a really hard essay, and I really liked it, and there were constructive comments on it. So those were the 2 essays I submitted. So visas, that year, I'm not even gonna go into that. You're gonna have to figure that out. I'm gonna talk about how you pay for study abroad quickly. Margaret will also talk about this. It varies from school to school. Barnard is one of the only schools I know that does it this way, which benefited me and Margaret because we went to really expensive study abroad programs. I don't think it benefits a single other person. Basically, Barnard's policy is you pay Barnard and they pay the study abroad. So if the study abroad is more expensive, then they cover it and you just pay what you would normally pay to Barnard, which is really nice because depending on your financial situation, it's this way you'll still apply to places like Oxford and Cambridge, even though it's more expensive. Whereas if you pay like what the program actually costs, only people who could afford Oxford and Cambridge would go. But also every other single person I know, their programs probably costed like $10,000 a year and they're paying like whatever they normally pay, so like that's kind of a ripoff. But I think this way is more equitable, and if you didn't study abroad you're gonna pay that money anyway. So that was the application process. It's rolling, so apply early. Mine honestly was so great because I submitted it. They were just like either waiting for my transcript or they were waiting for a rec letter. They were waiting for one thing and they were like, okay, we're just waiting for this one thing and then we're gonna let you know, but we have a decision. And I was like, oh my god, okay. And then they got it, and I remember I woke up to the email that was like, congratulations, you got in. I was so happy, so exciting, blah blah blah, whatever. Oh, another part of the application process is choosing your courses. They say, I believe this was a year ago, that they kind of want you to like consistently study one thing. So you basically pick one course per term. It's worth 10 Barnard credits. So I was there for 2 terms. I got 20 credits. That's more credits than you would have at a normal semester at Barnard because the courses are like more work than a normal course, and like you definitely will do work. I decided because I'm an idiot, I was like, okay, I'm an economics and computer science major. At the time, they didn't let you study STEM at Pembroke College, which is the college that I studied at Cambridge. Oh my god, I forgot to explain the college system. Okay, this video is a mess. I talked about my political, philosophical economics class. And I was like, I think economics and philosophy is a really important mix, especially because Adam Smith was a philosopher, and so I would like to take classes from 2 different areas instead of 2 classes from one area, which happened to work it out. I think I explained it really well. And you got 3 options per course period. They gave you a list and you got to pick from that list. This is where I'm an idiot, an absolute idiot. In my head, I was like, econometrics is the hardest class at Barnard and Columbia. I'm just gonna take it abroad. Little did I know that would be the worst thing I could have done, because taking econometrics at Cambridge is not easier than taking it at Barnard and Columbia. 1, 2, at Cambridge, the way the system works. Oh, I should explain how the system works. Bring back. The way the system works is you have a supervisor who basically gives you your work and grades your work, and it's a one-on-one or one-on-2 experience. So it's either you and your supervisor or you, your supervisor, and another person. For both my classes, I only had me and my supervisor. So it's not like I had a buddy to do it with. Also, I was coming in the 2nd term of the Cambridge year. So all the people who study economics at Cambridge had already taken the first econometrics section the first term, so all the lectures were on the 2nd term, so I couldn't even go to lecture because it didn't match what I was doing. I will say I am amazing at econometrics, like ask me anything. Queen of Stata over here. For so many weeks it was just me and my textbook and my supervisor, Owen, shout out. Yeah, so keep that in mind whenever you choose. It's like a really individual learning process. And the 2nd semester, 2nd term, I did philosophy. I'd never taken a philosophy course before. Again, this is where I'm like, I'm an idiot. I thought philosophy honestly was gonna be like English, because I'd never taken a philosophy course before. Little did I know that would be harder than my econometrics course. Philosophy is so hard. It really makes your head hurt. My supervisor's name was Michael. He was a great guy, and we like had amazing discussions, and I'm so lucky I studied philosophy at Cambridge. I think I'm gonna make a part 2 video of like my actual experience at Cambridge, and this will be more of just an application process. So circling back, for Barnard at Cambridge, you can only apply to one college, which is Pembroke College. They accept around 40 international students a year, which is us, and the college is about 400 students, so it's like 10% of the college are these international students. Barnard has a relationship with Pembroke where you apply to Pembroke. Pembroke knows how high caliber the Barnard students are, so like they really will accept you if you meet all the requirements. If you don't want to apply through Barnard, or if you're from a different school, you want to apply differently, you have to apply individually to each college, so you would have to go on their website and apply. Okay, that's all I have to say. That's how I got into Cambridge. I don't know if this was helpful at all. I think it would be more helpful if I talked about my experience there. I did a little bit with my econometrics class. RIP, pour one out for me. But I can make a part 2 if you guys want. That's just how I applied. Thank you so much for coming. Like, comment, and subscribe.